Test J, Section 2, Question 9 says, although video game sales have increased steadily over the past 3 years, we can expect a reversal of this trend in the very near future. Wow, any gamers out there? I'm a gamer. There's no way video game sales are going to go down ever. Ain't happening. Anyway, what is their evidence for this obviously bullshit conclusion? I know right away that that's got to be their conclusion, because it's like a weird prediction about the future, and I'm now expecting evidence for that conclusion. Well, historically, over 3/4 of video games sold have been purchased by people from 13 to 16 years of age, and the number of people in this age group is expected to decline steadily over the next 10 years. Any of y'all ever heard that you're not allowed to use outside knowledge on the LSAT, logical reasoning? You can forget about that. That is terrible advice. You are allowed to use your normal common sense brain. Yeah, I bought...
Thank you, Kaplan.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, isn't it? I bought a lot of video games when I was age 13 to 16. But when I was age 13 to 16, I was working at Pizza Plus, making $4.25 an hour. Sure, there are fewer people aged 13 to 16 years of age now, but I still buy video games. I bought a lot of them when I was 13 to 16, and I buy far more of them now. I'm not arguing with any of their facts. I'm arguing with their interpretation of their facts, okay? So I'm fully willing to grant that historically most games have been bought by people 13 to 16. I'm also fully willing to grant that there are fewer people aged 13 to 16 now. But my common sense, rational objection is, what about all the people like me who bought games when they were younger and still buy games now? But now I have a lot more money to buy games. Which one of the following, if true, would most seriously weaken the argument? See, I have predicted already a really good objection. Now, it's not like that is objectively true independent of the answer choices. I have to find an answer choice that says what I have predicted. But if I find an answer that says, well, people who used to buy games when they were 13 to 16 now continue to buy games, and they also have more money to buy games. If I see that in one of these answer choices, that's going to be the answer for sure. A, most people 17 years old or older have never purchased a game. That actually seems like it strengthens their argument. I'm looking to weaken their argument. That's not a good fact if I'm trying to attack this argument. B, video game rentals have declined over the past 3 years. I don't know, that seems like it might strengthen the argument as well. C, new technology will undoubtedly make entirely new entertainment options available over the next 10 years. That also probably strengthens the argument, you know, some other alternative to video games. D, the number of different types of video games available is unlikely to decrease. Unlikely to decrease, so probably there's going to be the same number of video games available. Yeah, but that doesn't really weaken the argument, because there's still the whole thing about, well, the kids usually buy the games and there's fewer kids now, so even if there's the same number of games, the sales could still go down for those games that exist. Very weak weakener there for D. E, most of the people who have purchased video games over the past 3 years are over the age of 16. Notice that it's not exactly what I predicted, but it's along the same lines, you know? The fact is, historically, most games are purchased by people 13 to 16, but over the past 3 years, we have a shift in the data. Actually, it's people older than 16, like me, who are buying the video games now. And if that's a fact, it undermines their prediction about video game sales going down. I can't pick A, B, C, or D. E's not exactly what I predicted, but it's going in the same direction, and my answer here is pretty easily E.